So, welcome back again to another channel. My name is John, and tonight I got Samantha with us. Samantha, how are you doing? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Um, it's been a good day at work, and I got finished 3:15 today,
Nice.
and I got myself got an early fishers greet, and I got back home about did a bit of shopping and got back at 4 o'clock. So and had me tea, and now I'm here. So I got busy one day. I got you, and then after that, I'll be straight to me watch along about 7:15. So got busy one day.
Sounds perfect.
So, guys, if you like my videos or Sam's as well, could you please stick a like to my video and also subscribe if you are new, you already haven't done it, and I'm also on Facebook. And could you subscribe? Can you go on Samantha's Twitter and get her followed as well, as you can see on below. So, Sam, we're going to talk about the build up for Newcastle Chelsea tonight. At Stamford Bridge, kicks off 8 o'clock on Sky Sports. Now, Newcastle know what they have to do because Fulham won their game yesterday by 2-0 against Everton, and they have 7 points behind us. So, how do you think Newcastle should go into the game? Do you think they should play like a 4-3-3, a 4-2-3-1, or do you think Steve is gonna go back to 5?
The few noises that I've heard and the few things that I've seen on Twitter lead me to believe he'll go to a back five. I have been massively critical about back five because we're really poor when we play it. I feel like at this moment in time we've found a bit of rhythm, bit of shape. So it pains me a little bit to think that we're going to move away from that. But given that our goal difference is something that can cost us if it does get a little bit tight around the bottom three, I can understand if he does go to the back five. I have a little bit of hope with the new coach coming in that he might play a more progressive version of it instead of that really terrible everyone back inside your own half, not really closing down, not really marking properly, not really putting in tackles and getting beat anyway. I'm hoping that if he does go to a back five, as I said, it'll be a little bit more progressive. I do think it's a little bit of a risk, however, having three centre backs that are fit enough to start in a back five. Dummett's not played a lot recently. Lascelles has been out. Fernandez has been out. Schär is now out. So, you're talking about having a couple of centre backs there with Clark, who haven't played a lot recently for various reasons. So, I would prefer it if we just stuck to the new shape that we've developed and we just play out of our skins, but I can't see it happening. I just really feel like the next two games, Bruce is going to go to that back five, and it's just about how we then play that.
The thing is, so good points by the way, Sam. The thing is, I thought we would have gone away with that. When we play for the back five, it's really won 3 times in the last 22 games. That is absolutely shocking. I didn't even know that until someone sent us a tweet. But you would have thought that the back five is going to be over. Do you know what I mean? He comes in. You got Aldo Bullet. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Why? They played well for the last 3 games, right? Playing a new 4-3-3 system. And Steve Bruce is going to go back to that. And I think Graham Jones must have been miffed, thinking, what the hell am I coming to Newcastle? I'll be better off stopping at Bournemouth. You know what I mean? I'll be wasting my time. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. We all thought whenever Graham Jones came in that it would be so that we could play the back five because that's what they were doing at Bournemouth. And the Bournemouth fans weren't too happy about it. So, I feel like he does have experience in it and playing it a little bit better than Steve Bruce's woeful attempt at setting up back five. You can make all your comparisons that you want between Rafa's team and our team and setups, and he can't set us up properly, and the players they don't believe in that formation. They're so poor And you mentioned the wins record we've got. It's abysmal. But there are teams in the world that play really well and play good attacking football with wing backs being used correctly, with their central midfield pushing on. And, when we play back five and we have John Joe Shelby dropping in front of that back five, I mean, it's just inviting more pressure onto us. So there's a certain way to play it if you're going to play it well. Again, as I said, I just feel like he'll do it so that we don't potentially concede a lot of goals. He'll maybe, if he goes back five, play Murphy on the right wing. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But for me, I would be a little bit frustrated if he felt like, Chelsea have been good. They're not conceding a lot of chances, never mind goals. But Manchester United, I mean, if this is the way that he's going to approach these teams, you can understand how the players are frustrated, because it's almost like saying straight away, I don't think you're good enough. And I think I've mentioned it before. Who wants to play for a manager that feels like that?
Do you know what it is, Sam? I'm just sitting back as I let you speak, because you know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? I just said, you know what? You may as well be sure, because you know what you're telling me, and you're absolutely right. I mean, Steve Bruce, for me, right? I don't want to play for Steve Bruce. The players are a little bit hacked off in the moment in time, and Mike Ashley's taking his eyes off the club. He should be here, and Charnley, find out what's going on and sat this guy. So just going down in a minute. Got tons of even John. Hope you're well, mate. Chapaz, I'm going to be very positive and go 3-0 defeat. Claire Williams, Man U fan, greeting both. Hope you both having a great day. And Sam Claire's a Manchester United fan. She's absolutely awesome. Of course, of the Queen of Stratford, because she is absolutely a top red. And my guys could do a watch along with us. Paul, evening guys, are we are the lads. I've got Chapaz, the two of you, John Linton. Don't know why, you know what I mean. I've got Eric there, evening John, Samantha, hope we both well. Tough few games coming up, and our first test tonight. Let's see if we actually try and give it all in it. Even if it's on the counter, who goes centre forward? They comment on that in a minute. Thomas says, oh no, get John Joe Linton. Why they can just call him Joe Linton? Oh, I have no idea.
New nickname.
Nickname John Joe Linton. They found his agent, you see, so whoa. Bless him. And I've got DEAD. I know he's a good guy. Well done on me, people. 1-0 to Newcastle, and I hope the guy is right. So you say you won't be supposed to go into about 5. I hope he sees sense and plays a 4-2-3-1, which I don't think he will. And Sam, who do you think is going to play up front tonight? Callum Wilson is out. We all know that. It's a choice of Andy Carroll, Joe Linton, and Dwight Gale. For me, it has to be Dwight Gale. I mean, what do you think of it?
I'm on the fence. I feel like there's something going on in the Dwight Gale situation, in that he's not getting a lot of minutes at the minute for whatever reason. He would be the natural choice. Andy Carroll wouldn't be on the team bus for me. Joe Linton would be left in the team hotel. I mean, we're not blessed with options. If we're playing counter-attacking football, we need to go with pace. So if you're not going Dwight Gale, and people will say, right, he doesn't cut it in the Premier League, but he has a natural goal scorer's instinct, which means that if you can get the right play around him, you want him finishing your chances. You don't want Joe Linton doing that. First of all, he's never going to be anywhere near the box. So you're already playing catch up. But if you're looking goal scorer, you put Dwight Gale in. Dependent on what the situation is and what's happening with him and the fact that he's barely getting any minutes, my choice is that you play Fraser. And if you stick to the same formation where you're playing that diamond with Almiron at the tip of it, just put ASM and Fraser up there and let them make the runs. You would hope that they've been working on it in training, how to link up, what runs they're going to make, etc., etc. So you're hopeful that they're starting to come up with a plan to work without Wilson. So if it's not Gale, who's your only natural goal scorer in there, for me it's Fraser.
Yeah, Fraser centre forward alongside ASM. I wouldn't mind that at all. I was sceptical of putting ASM up front, but Haven't been thinking about it. I thought, why not? Because he's got the pace to hurt the Chelsea defence. I don't think the Chelsea defence are that great. To be, by the way, Thiago Silva, I don't know if he's playing in it, but the back three of Chelsea are not that good at this moment in time, and they could be get at as well. So I've got some more messages here. I've got Thomas here. John Linton can't even finish his dinner. And I got Tuesday here. Oh, I got my guy Paul. You know damn well what we call that, because I'll tell you why in a minute, sort of thing. So I got Cheers. How you doing, my guy? And no, Joel, please. Every be doing. Japaz, the also on me chat. Hope you okay, guy. Stupid again. We have the whole month to get a striker on loan and done out. Maya proved it last night. He scored twice against Everton, by the way, last night. Whilst their strikers available on loan. But yet again, Bruce thought better of it. And then I've got Paul. Julian's best position is at home, sitting on the sofa watching a match.
Agree. Yeah.
Or better, if it was my way, I would say the best place for him is to go back to Brazil, top up this tan and Rio. and
Another good option.
You know, that's my point.
We'll send him to Celtic, John.
No! I tell you what, he'd be eating alive in Glasgow. If you come out of Newcastle, he'd be eating alive in Glasgow. You know him, but then again, I don't know how Neil Lennon's going to coach him anyway, but no, not for me. Thanks very much. No. I said, come on, there you go. I got. I hope Gale was starting it. If I'm honest, I wouldn't mind Cowell as long as he stays up top and has wingers to run off him for knock-ons. But that means playing a long ball game. Do you know what I mean? We don't want that. We want to play nice, open, attacking football. That's what we need at the club. And it's just so frustrating because it's going to hit along. What's the point? And I want to talk about quickly on Steve Bruce's coming out and say that ain't going to be much money being spent on transfers in the summer. Now, we're about, 3 months away before the transfer window opening, right? And he's just come out and say things like that, saying we ain't going to have much money. I'm afraid he might even be here next year, be sacked. What do you make of that?
I mean, I can understand. It's probably not the right time to be talking about it when, we've still got 15 games of this season left. I can only presume he was asked the question. COVID has absolutely hammered the clubs. They're not getting any revenue. So there's very little to spend. He didn't spend in January, which means that you would assume there's a little bit of a pot, but it comes down to what the owner's willing to release. And we are not a club that has debt outside of to the owner. We don't really have loans. We tend to pay up front, maybe change that a bit in the last window when we did buy. We could easily take out loans against TV money coming in and give ourselves a bit of a buffer. However, it's maybe not the most fiscally responsible thing to do, given we don't know when fans are going to be back into the stadium. Mm-hmm. So I can understand that Steve Bruce is saying, right, well, there's no money coming in, so there can't be any money going out. I completely understand that. Sorry, West Ham are beating Sheffield United, I've just noticed. So, yeah, he probably needs to keep his thoughts to himself and just really focus on what our team is doing at this minute in time, and that we need to get the points on the board. But I don't think there'll be a big amount of money spent in the summer. It may be that clubs might have to move a player on that they don't want to if they need to better their squad. And chances are with us, that could be the case. And I think people need to be realistic that there could be a player in our squad. I don't know if it's ASM or Wilson or Almiron or someone that for the good of the squad that we might need to think, if we can get 20, 30 million for that player, is it going to help us to improve other areas that we need? Or, can we really afford to have a Dubravka or a Darlow on the bench if another club is interested in them and we've got Woodman coming back? There's a lot of things that may need to trigger in the summer to help us to improve where we can. So, as always, his comments aren't helpful, but in that case, I actually think they're quite accurate.
Yes, also, you know what I mean? It's just we have to wait to concentrate on the season in hand first and then worry about the summer. But you've got 12, 13 players out of contract at the end of the season anyway, sort of thing. And that's another worry. And if they all go, then we ain't got hardly a team. We don't know what division going to be in next season, right?
Yeah.
We will get relegated. Fulham will turn it around on guess, you know, and we could be in the bottom three. If we're in the bottom three, Bruce has to go anywhere. He'd be sat. But I don't think he will. But well, I don't. Are you gonna? Are you worried about it? Are you still worried, or are you still going to be comfortable with 7 point buffer?
I'm not worried that we're going to be relegated. I think, and I put it out on Twitter yesterday, and I'm always ready to get a bit of a bashing. I don't think it's the time to panic now because we've got 15 games left. There's 45 points to play for. We probably need another 10 points. There are other teams not too many points ahead of us that are having a really tough time at the minute. So these next 2 games, I don't think that we need to win. I'd like to see us perform well to give us that confidence going into the likes of the Wolves game, which I think we have a chance. We're playing West Brom. I think we have a chance. So I'm more conscious about those games and making sure that we're building towards a formation and a setup that works. Fulham won yesterday. Great. We shouldn't be looking at these results around us when there's so many games left to play. There's going to be highs and lows. There's going to be peaks and dips. So I don't think, given what I've seen in the last 3 matches, that we can't pull enough points together. If you'd asked me this 5 matches ago and we were in the same position, I would have probably been a little bit more panicked because I couldn't see where change was coming from, where better performances were coming from, and that Steve Bruce really looked clueless, was given the worst interviews, telling people that we were shit, that the players weren't on board, that some people preferred this, some people, everything that came out in that week was just like alarm bells, warning bells, what's happening. But we've come off the run of a couple of games where we looked like we had the makings of a football team. So I think if you hold on to that and you think, well, yeah, we've only won 3 times in, 15 games or something, that looks terrible. But if you look at it in the last 5 games, you think, well, actually we've turned and we've changed a little bit. Yeah. And that's what I think as a fan base we need to hold on to and think, right, let's see how we go the next 5 games before we start really pulling the panic button. Because I feel like I've seen enough to give me a little bit of hope. And again, it means, Sheffield United are getting beaten at the minute. They're not going to do anything. West Brom, I honestly believe we can take 3 points off them. And Fulham might go on a run. But then, they might not. It might be inconsistent. And you've got a Palace, you've got a Southampton, you've got a Burnley. It depends on them getting results, and they're all playing each other. So they could all take points off each other. So we need to focus on what we're doing.
Absolutely. You've got to focus on constant job in hand and hopefully just work things out and worry about there later on. But in the meantime, get enough points on the board and then get the 30 plus points will be fine. So I got Claire on here. Claire, I'm going to come to that question at the end of the show, so I'm not going to forget you. So, okay. I got your password. Jordan with Ronaldo in fine if he went to the SPL. He can go to Manchester. He's not going to come to my team. Not coming this time. I've got Erica. Is Murphy opportunity? I don't know because if you're not sure yet,
no idea.
No idea. And with Jordan, 5-1 Chelsea, without 3-1 Chelsea, that's about right. If Jordan starts, we may as well play 5 at the back. It shows the lack of intent tonight, sadly. Chip has, I have to totally agree with you because at the end of the day, you look at Barnsley, right, in the FA Cup, they had a right goal the other day. They took the game to Chelsea all the time, couldn't finish, had so many chances. Why can't Newcastle be like that? Take the chances, have a go. I don't want to see social distancing football. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, I mean, the last couple of games we have, it's almost like I play a lot of Football Manager and you can kind of have that all-out attack, shoot on sight. And I feel like in the last couple of games, there's been a mentality of have a go, take a chance. stop passing responsibility on to someone else. And that's what I want to see. I just want to see people having a go, as you said. If we have a go and we get beat, it's Chelsea. That, all that you want is the team to have a go. And if we come away from it and you know that the players have given everything and we just didn't have that little bit of quality at the end, fair enough. What can you do? But too many times we've not done that, and we've just hung back and players haven't taken responsibility, and we've made mistakes. And at times it feels like and it's not the case, but I feel like we're the only team that makes mistakes and get punished for them on a regular basis. And I hate that feeling. So you just want players to take responsibility, and that's what I want tonight. But I agree with what Chipper says. If we set up negatively, if that team sheet comes out and it's negative, we know exactly how the team is when that happens. And it's like, you just know what's going to come.
And I know it's going to happen, because the thing is, I mean, we're all getting excited for the game, right? And then when the team sheet comes out, we're thinking, oh God, there we go again, 5-4. You knew it's going to happen, And that for us, it feels like a defeat before the ball's even being kicked. Do you know what I mean? I got to watch along as well, right? I have to do it because I enjoy doing it. Do you know what I mean? I've got a soft. So if I said to the people watching my show from America or Australia or New Zealand or any ocean countries like that, I'd tell them to go to bed, because you don't want to suffer like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I tell them, go to bed, just get us off to work or go to bed. Let us do the worrying sort of thing. You did not all watch this like that. Just do better. That's what I'd say to them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's just that, man. But I mean, Chip has to bang on the money. So, and I got Ryan. So he said, "Hello, John. Hi, Ryan. I hope you are okay." I'm not going to do 3 hours on the stream. There's no way, like I done the other day. Absolutely no way. I don't I have to do it later though. But I'm just going to say, I know it's been a quick one. Before I let you go, I mean, what do you think the score's going to be? Going back to Claire's question. Claire, I haven't forgotten about her. She's my Queen of Stratford, because she's a huge United. That's what I call her, and she loves us anyway. And what I was going to say is, what do you think the score prediction tonight, John and Sam?
I mean, I'm really not expecting anything, and that's usually I like to see the team sheet. I do feel like we're progressing towards something. I want to see intent. I honestly, I just feel like our luck this season is that if Werner starts for Chelsea, he'll score. And I bet I'd almost put a fiver on that if he starts, he'll score, because that's the luck of players playing against us. Break your duck. You haven't scored in 7 years. You're going to get a goal against Newcastle. You haven't won against Newcastle in 25 years. This is the season for it. I think Chelsea will probably win 2-0. I think Thomas Tuchel's really tightened them up. I think defensively they've been better. They can be got at. I absolutely agree, and that'll come down to our intent. I would love to see Alan St-Maximin have one of his games where he is just on it, absolutely on it. And I feel like he's building towards it. And I think if we can support him enough, because he gets double marked all the time, because he's such a threat. I think if our team take responsibility and really give options and support him, we could have a go and maybe some options through him. But, head over heart, I think Chelsea will probably win 2-0.
I'm going to have to agree with you there, Sam. I'm going to say 2-0 as well. And this guy, Werner, I think he'll score. He'll be one of the goal sheets, unfortunately, because he has set the fire alight at the minute for Chelsea. He scored 4 goals in 22 games. And they expected big things from the lad. But listen, at the end of the day, I still think he's a quality player, but it just has to over the green. So I expect him to score and I expect him to play as well. So Team Werner, now I'll score for a while. We're into Newcastle. And then I've got the girl starting.
How does he know?
Yeah,
somebody leaked early team news.
I don't know.
Oh, actually, yeah. Gail's starting tonight.
Is he starting, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Keith Downey's reported it. All the Newcastle accounts are saying that Gail starts. So that for me is massive. Now we don't know who else is playing, so Joe Linton may still be in there. But if that's the case, that is so positive.
Yes.
It's going to give the group a boost that we're actually playing a striker. And it's a big opportunity for him. You know, I've heard rumours that he doesn't want to stay because he's not playing. He may be playing for a new contract. So, I mean, I'm delighted. I honestly was concerned, and I thought, right, well, if it's not Gale, I want Fraser. But you know, we can't ask for any more than that. It looks like he's going to try and be positive. And as I said earlier, our back five performances under Steve Bruce have been abysmal. With the new coach Graham Jones in, you know, he understands it better. He's getting the team on board. He's having conversations with players about better ways to do things. So we might have an opportunity. Maybe we'll have a tactical approach that will suit this. And maybe we're not even playing five at the back. I don't know.
Well, I like it's going to be thought at the back if that's the case. I hope so. And you're talking a lot of sense there, Sam. Just got one here. Said, "To stay safe all. Safe to yourself in the game." Got Hi Britain as well. Hi, John. Hope you got your box tissues ready, big man. And it's the first time on me chat as well. So welcome to me chat, Harry. I wouldn't be surprised, but I'll be in tears anyway. But there you go. And the tin review and Paul McGuy said, "Trust him. He's normally right anywhere." And then I'll go quickly on to Eric. I think 3-0 Chelsea, but if ASM, Miggy, and Fiasa in a free, I love seeing constant swapping. And I've got Tom saying, yes, no Joe Clinton. Chip out, had Bruce had a nosebleed playing Gale. It looks like it, doesn't it? And then he said defensive goes 5 at the back. And then I've got Andrew, Evening, John, and Sam. Then I've got Andrew Seaton again, even everyone. Yay! I got choose guy. I think I will start and run to back 5 at the back. Not for me. And what do you think about Lazar, Jordan, Watford? I thought he was going to go back to Italy personally, but going to Watford is a good move for the lad.
I'm absolutely astounded. What frustrates me is that we had to pay off his contract to enable him to move to a championship club. I mean, my word, like we have so many players that have sucked the life out of the club. You know, we've still got Saive there. You know, we had Lazar, couldn't get rid of him for seasons, for years. I think, what did he go to Empoli or something on loan? Nobody would take him because of the wage that he was on. We pay up his contract, and all of a sudden he's going to the championship to Watford. He's going to be, you know, he's understudy. I don't think he's necessarily going to play many games, but I never saw him play. There's a couple of the guys on NUFC Matters actually saw him start games. I think he started 5 games for us, actually saw him, but that's a transfer deal that I don't know what happened. Rafa saw something, he played a game or two, whatever it was gone, and he just seems like a boy who wasn't interested in playing football. And we've had a few of those that I don't understand. You go and play football, you drop your wages, you do whatever it takes to play football. And for me, he was just one that I don't think was that kind of player. From what I've read, and it's very little, I don't think he's going to play a lot of football at Watford, but fair play to him.
Yeah. I mean, the fact is, I wish you all the best in the world, but you're absolutely right. You got some people signing on ridiculous long contracts as well. So I'll blame the club for that as well. This transfer policy at the club is a disgrace, an absolute disgrace. They're not going to whack here. Like, look at, you mentioned Sevilla, you mentioned Atsu as well. And if hang on a minute, I'm on 40, 50 grand a week. They're not going to pay us anywhere else for that sort of money stuff. And you know what? I'm going to chill. I'm chilling. As long as I get that big, fat, what do you call it, paying on thing, signing on thing at the end of it. Do you know what I mean? Greedy buggers. I just don't get it at all. I got Sean.
Just the thing on Atsu, you know, if you make a decision on a player and you tell him, I want you to leave the club, you make sure that that player leaves the club, and you entice them, and you offer to pay part of the wages. You do whatever you need, get them out of the club. We've got Atsu back in our 25-man squad. You know, because rules state, I think, if you have enough eligible players, that you need to fill your squad. So we couldn't have closed the books on 24 players while we still had 2 other seniors on the books. That is an absolute shambles. You pay those contracts off, you do whatever you need to do. And for me, that's Newcastle penny pinching and saying, well, we're not going to pay up the full value of your contract so that you leave. We're you're just going to hang on, and that's who's done the right thing. There is a real chance he could be on the bench or play another match before the end of the season, even though the club told him to leave. And that for me is a shambles.
Let me tell you something, Sam. You're absolutely right there again. I can't add anything to that at all. I mean, a club, it's a shambles from top to bottom. I can't add anything else to all that, But for getting Atsu back into the team in the 25, for me, it's a slap in the face. You've got players like Anderson as well. He's coming on as well. I mean, it's going to put us all out of joint because at the end of the day, I'm sorry, but you can't go and doing that. Oh, man. The club, man. What's going on in the club?
The team's been announced.
Yeah, I mean, Paul just sent us a tweet as well. I mean, Go Tom said, I don't care if he plays or not. I'm just glad he is gone. He was blah, blah, blah. I got Paul said 4-3-3. Yeah, that's down to Graham Jones. Graham Jones, some manager.
If we get beat playing the formation, fair enough. But you need to find consistency. You need to keep playing your game, playing your shape, playing your formation to get familiar with it. It doesn't matter who you're playing. So I applaud that. And, Graham Jones, hats off.
Hats off to Graham. You're right. He should take out to the end of the season and just find a place for him there. So it looks like Dot will be in goal. It looks like Lascelles and Clark centre backs. And then the left back will come down in a minute. It looks like Hayden, Shelby, Willock in midfield. And then I'll come to us in a minute. Tom said, I can't wait to have Atsu or any more Deadwood players leave. They need to go very quickly. Otherwise, it's just been a waste of trying. We're not going to get anyone at all. So I've got Eric Swells, Darlin, Gould, got Kraft, Lascelles, Clark, Lewis, Hayden, Shin, Shelby, and Willock. I wouldn't have played Shelby to be quite honest with you. And then I've got Amiron, so Max and Gail. And I'll be happy with that team. The team view as well, pause at Amiron, not ASK?
Superstar. New player.
New player. It could be new player. Could be Andrea Perlo for I care. And then Darlin go. And I got Sean again, Dodie to get beat as long as we go down fighting and give it 100%. And then Eric again with the formation. I was going to say, I better sort because I've got to do another show at 7:15. I can chat to 12 o'clock and eat sort of thing, But have you got any? You going to do any UFC matters to Neat, or is that been put?
No. I think it's on tomorrow. So they're doing Match Day Live. So I'll just be sitting here watching the football on my own.
Come and watch your channel. Turn the voice down and come and watch your channel, me and Pa.
I'll put it on my phone.
Please do. That'd be amazing. Because at the end of the day, sort of thing, right? You're going to be a regular, Sam. You're going to be definitely going to be my regular, and you're definitely going to be my agent as well. You know what I mean? And because you talk sense, I'd love to get Ken on me chat and Sav on me chat as well, and I'd love to get Holly again as well at some stage. If she's listening, hi to Holly. So I read this messages very, very quickly. We need a right back and left back in the summer. The thing is, right? I'm not being funny. What's the point of selling a right back and not buying a right back? It doesn't make sense, does it? You don't sell your right back and you don't buy the right back. I just don't get it.
It was all about money. It was all about freeing up wages for players we supposedly wanted to get and didn't. It's what we do. The problem is we don't bring someone in before we let someone go. That, Andy Carroll being the biggest, player that we've let go and not brought someone in, and then got Shefke, bless him, who was, free transfer, 34 years old. We can't, you have to let them go, get the money available before Ashley will say, right, you can sign it off. So, yeah, that just went wrong. Although we couldn't have imagined Manquillo would get injured. And I do think that if we're stretched, Murphy's not a bad right back. So
I totally agree there. I mean, he's not on the team as well, sort of thing. But I do like Jacob Murphy. But for me, the long-term answer solution, probably not. I mean, he's a good championship player, but we need someone who's going to be Premier League ready and someone's that ground running.
Kepa's in goal for Chelsea.
Yay!
You know what? I actually said to someone earlier that and I haven't seen the team news, and I don't know why. One of the most positive things for us would be Kepa being in goal for Chelsea, because I don't know what's happened to that guy, but his confidence has been shattered. Now, he'll probably be man of the match today, but you know, that for me is really good, and you hope that we're going to put him under pressure, because he has struggled. Like in his head, he's really struggled the last 18 months.
That is a absolute spot. That's a sting in the tail for Chelsea fans, I guess, to know what I mean. And
yeah,
wow, that's bolt out of the blue. So this is a good chance, sort of. You need to put the guy under pressure, because I don't think he's that good a keeper.
Absolutely, crosses, shots. You know, get up for corners, bumping into him, really make him feel under pressure. Because I as I said, I just don't think he has that physicality, and he's had those confidence knocks. You know, he won't be at Chelsea after the summer if they can find a buyer. They just won't.
Definitely. That's fantastic, that sort of thing. So well on to Chelsea putting Kepa in goal. Yay! So yeah. I got Jivas Good, sure. I got Thomas O'Din or Emma Crap. Well, yes, it should be Emily Crap. It should be Emily. That's it. I'm going to call him Emily for now on, because he's so weak. There you go. I'm not a fan of him at all. The Swedish Cafe on people crying. No in there. Thomas again, great show, John. See you soon. I'll be over on the Rosh Johnson and Paul says, see you soon, buddy. I was going to also going live at 10 on my channel with a match reaction. So check out his show as well. If we get beat, it's not a happy bunny, but hopefully we should go with it, dear. Andrew said, Kepa's playing for Chelsea. Thoughts, guys, we already explained that. Thomas said, and the striker because Cal and Gail will leave in the summer. And then we got Thomas going, yeah, Kepa is in goals, let's go. And Ethan, welcome to the chat, Ethan. Hope you're okay. I can't believe Gail's starting. Joe should have started. Happy to see Kepa playing too. Well, I don't agree with Joe situation anyway. Like I said before, in Brazil, top up his time. And I got DEAD Gail starts. And Thomas, formation 4-3-1-2. Right, I was going to say, before I let you go, Samantha, the question I'm going to ask you, did you enjoy my show?
Oh, I loved it. I really enjoy coming on, and I'm sorry I wasn't able to come on yesterday, but yeah, I'm happy to come on anytime. It's a nice chat. You know, we've had a lot of comments, so yeah, I really enjoyed it and look forward to coming on again.
Champion stuff. I'll try to get to do my player ratings as well, sort of thing, and we should be amazed. So I'll try and get you on tomorrow if you want. If you're busy, then I can totally understand it. And,
yeah, we'll have a look and see.
Yeah, sure. No problem. Listen, well, thanks for coming on, Samantha, anyway. It's been a pleasure. And I was hoping to get you on anyway. And let's hope we get 3 points tonight and just give it a go. Fingers crossed.
Perfect. All right. Perfect. Enjoy the match.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks for Samantha coming on the chat. And she's absolutely amazing. Please follow on Mumba88. And she is fantastic. Just going to run through these comments for our go. Going to wrap it up real quick. I've got 4-3-1-2 there. Ethan, same information for Girl comes through Wilson. Andrew playing the Costas and Kepa getting unsettled. I've got Ryan, hope you okay, my guy from Canada. Shelby and Kraft are the only weak links in that team. I totally agree with you as well. Jordan Linton versus Kepa, who is better? I've got great stuff, John. Keep it up. Hawila lads have a win from Sean. Welcome to my chat, Sean. And last but not least, and it comes to Man U fan, Claire, good luck tonight. Claire, you are amazing. Thank you very much indeed. And can't wait to be with you for you to come and chat on Wednesday. So that'd be fantastic. And Kepa, Thomas, 3, 2, 1. Guys, I'm going to let you go. And I'm going to go on to my other channel in the next 10 minutes or so on my watch alarm. Please join us for that. If you like my videos, could you please stick a like to my video, and also please subscribe to my channel and to help it help grow. And thanks so much for coming on, guys. And I should do my watch along for about 7:20. Join us for that when I have the team news from both teams. And also I've got Paul on my chat as well for around 7:45. And yeah, until then, guys, I'm out of here. Watch what you're doing. Or with the lads.